Welcome to the channel. Today we're going to explore the similarities between the Amazing Digital Circus and Sword Art Online, since they both start the story in a similar fashion. And maybe we can learn what's gonna happen in the Amazing Digital Circus, or how it's gonna end. So how are these two similar? Well, they both get our main character stuck inside a game using a VR headset. In Sword Art Online's case, there is a new popular game called, well, the same Sword Art Online, released with a VR helmet called Nerf Gear. Our main character, Kirito, buys it and plays the game at his house. In the Amazing Digital Circus case, Pomni, as a human, liked to explore abandoned buildings. He came across this old computer from the 90s, put on a weird headset, and popped into the digital circus, and can't get out. Well, that's what she said, at least. We don't know if that's the reality for all the other characters. We don't know what happened to her body, or if her brain got scanned, or if Pomni is just a copy of the original, or if she's knocked out Sword Art Online style, comatose. In SAO, our main character Kirito deep dives into the game to play with 10,000 other players. At first it's unknown who did this, but someone shut off the login button and no one can leave. And they're told that the only way to leave is for the players to be all 100 floors of the game. But there's a twist. If you lose in the game, you lose in real life. How? By a microwave placed on all VR helmets that will literally cook your brain. If someone in the real life tries to take the VR helmet off, it'll cook your brain. If your HP hits 0 in the game, it'll cook your brain. Who is keeping them in the game? In SAO at first, it's a mystery since no one has contact with the outside world. They all think it's a group of hackers, and they can't do anything. The only thing they can do is level up and try to beat the game. But as time goes by, the mystery is unraveled. The one keeping them there is SAO's developer and creator of the Nerf Gear helmet, which kinda makes sense because he would be the one who placed the microwave technology on the helmets. The only thing is that they don't know where he is. In the Amazing Digital Circus, it's still unknown who or what is keeping the gang in the game. In SAO in episode 1, we have our main character, Kirito. He got trapped in the game by a villain, we know who did it, and there's a way out, which was beating the whole game. Everything's given, the villain, the way out, everything. The Amazing Digital Circus doesn't give you anything. Pomni is trapped in the game. No clear villain, no clear way out. Only mystery after mystery. So why are they being kept in the game? In SAO, the reason 10,000 people were kept in the game was because the developer of the Nerf Gear wanted to create the most realistic game and fulfill a childhood dream of having a castle floating in the sky. Of course, not alone, that's why he trapped a ton of people with him. In the Amazing Digital Circus, we can only speculate the reason why they're stuck inside a game. As far as we know, Pomni at least entered by accident while checking out an abandoned building and finding the VR headset. The reason she's stuck could be because of the AI Kane. He seems like he doesn't want to be alone, and he has mentioned before that his whole purpose is to entertain humans that enter the game. Without the humans in it, he has no purpose. If this is true, he is the reason you can't leave the digital circus. Another theory is that the human characters in the series are copies of the original's brains. A brain scan, basically. The real human Pomni outside the digital circus is unaware that when she tried the headset on, she accidentally got scanned and created a Pomni that we all know in the digital circus. And the same happened to all the other members. So Pomni in real life and Pomni in the digital circus are two different people. And if this is true, there is no way out, because you're a digital character. Another theory I saw floating around is that maybe Kane is harvesting the human's code. Once they abstract, he integrates the code into the system, making more AIs. So the more humans he gets, the more powerful the digital circus will be. So how does everything end? In SAO, the villain, the one keeping them in the game, was hiding in plain sight as a friend, as an ally, someone that was helping everyone along the way to beat all the floors. He was a good guy like Kane. He was someone who also offered words of advice, like Kinger. In the Amazing Digital Circus, the two most suspicious characters, to me at least, are Kane because he is the AI and knows more than he's actually laying on. He has reasons to keep everyone there. The other one is Kinger. He's suspicious because, well, he's the oldest one there. He's also had some strange moments where he's super knowledgeable and other times when he's acting crazy. He restored Ragatha's health with a butterfly. Seems like something someone can do with access to the system. He could be someone that knows more than he's letting on. The Amazing Digital Circus can end in 3 different ways. The happy ending, where everyone gets out of the digital circus and everyone gets what they want. There's nothing negative, everything's positive. The bittersweet ending, where only a few escape thanks to the sacrifices of friends, and it leaves you with a happy, sad ending story. And the third, or the bad ending. No one can leave the digital circus and everyone is trapped wherever with no hope. I mean, that would be like the darkest ending ever, but yeah. Or a combination of the 3, who knows. In Sword Art Online's case, the ending was the second one, the bittersweet ending. Kirito and his friends discover that their ally is the developer and the villain and the one keeping them in SAO. He beats the guy in one final battle and wins the game prematurely in floor 75, and now they can log out, but they lost a lot of friends along the way. The game started with 10,000 players and ended 2 years later with 6,000. They lost 4,000 people. The Amazing Digital Circus doesn't have a clear way it could end. It could be any of the 3. SAO and the Digital Circus share similarities but aren't the same. SAO was a popular game that people started playing. The Digital Circus is something still unknown for the most part. For example, it could be true that Omni found a computer in the abandoned building like she said, or this could be a memory placed by Kane. In episode 5, Kane made Jax vegan, and in episode 4, Ragatha got intoxicated with a stupid sauce, which is altering the human characters' minds. So this means Kane can alter minds. Of course, in Jax's case, everyone had to vote, but who knows if he can do it himself. This changes everything. So we don't actually know what is real and what is not real in the digital circus. One other mystery is the mannequin that's hiding in the digital circus. That's still unknown if it's some other character that we haven't met yet, or one of the characters that has abstracted and somehow came back. In conclusion, I don't think it's gonna have the same ending as SAO, but I think that just like SAO, the villain is hiding in plain sight. So what do you think? Do you think Kane is a villain? Or is there a hidden villain that we haven't met yet? Tell me in the comments. Thanks for watching, like and subscribe, and I will see you later.